Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday, January 21st. I know the date for once. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've actually been home enough to like pay attention to the date. I'm just getting back from doing some walking on the treadmill. I figured, I spent a good deal of my morning like going through my phone to check emails, answer back to you guys on social media or like YouTube. So I figured if I do that while I'm sitting down, wouldn't I be better off doing it on a treadmill, like getting some movement in? So I did 30 minutes of walking on the treadmill and I'm just about to hop into the shower. But before I do that, I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys because last night I watched a documentary on Netflix. It's called The Minimalist. That sounds funny when I say it, but I think I'm saying it right. It just got me thinking, like, I do a lot of reflecting throughout the day, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm always like listening to podcasts, and I always use that kind of stuff to reflect on my own life and reflect on my thoughts and like how I'm feeling and everything. So last night they were talking about like success and like what success means to you, and the more I got thinking about it, the more I realized that to me success isn't money. Success isn't like having all of this materialistic stuff. To me, being successful means knowing that I'm helping somebody, whether it's one person or 10 people. I just want to know that I'm making a positive impact in someone else's life. So for me to know that I'm helping out someone out there, whether it's inspiring them or motivating them in some way to just keep going and keep pursuing whatever they're pursuing in their life, that to me is success. Even though I am doing that right now to some extent, I feel like it's not enough to like actually feel like I'm 100% successful in what I really want to do. So last year I spent a good part of my year just prepping for stage, trying to get as lean as I could, and I feel like it's a very selfish process. So I want to focus this year more towards you guys, bringing you guys more content that is going to be valuable, that you can always take something from. And I know I speak a lot about this on my channel, but now I really have no other excuse. The fact that I'm home and not going to be traveling for a little bit, and the fact that I have time to read more and find more inspiration to talk to you guys every day and bring you guys as much value as I can in my content, whether that is fitness related, life related, whatever it is. I just want to make sure that I am always putting out content that's gonna bring some value to you guys' life, because that to me is what makes me feel successful. The fact that I know that I'm helping somebody out there, that to me is success. So that being said, I want you guys to take a second to reflect on how you're feeling today. Are you feeling fulfilled with what you're doing every single day? Do you feel happy? Is every single thing that you're doing in your life bringing you happiness? If not, I want you to reevaluate what you're doing and try to dig deep and find what makes you happy, what actually brings happiness to your life. And remember that you only get one life. Your job might bring you money, your job might give you all these things, but is that making you happy? If not, then this would be a great time to reconsider what you're doing every single day, because remember that we only get one life. Like, it's kind of crazy to think that like this is it, like this is all we get. So if you're not living your life to the fullest and making something out of every single day, then I want to encourage you guys to make a list of things that make you happy, make you feel fulfilled, and make sure that you're doing at least 1, 2, 3, or 4 of those things once a week. It seems small, but I guarantee you that once it comes to the end of the week, you're gonna feel a lot better, a lot happier, a lot more fulfilled. A big part of the reason why I feel like I had to share this with you guys is because I feel like for a great part of last year, I wasn't feeling 150% fulfilled. Like, just being completely and blatantly honest with you guys, I love what I'm doing. I love competing. I love fitness. Yes, that is a part of me, but I feel like there's a big part of something missing. So my goal this year is to kind of like find that big part and figure out like what it is that I am missing. And I think a big part of it is what I said, is the fact that my success comes from helping other people. And I feel like even though I get a lot of messages from you guys saying that I've inspired you in some way and motivated you with your journey and all of that, I feel like I want to take it to like a bigger scale and help you guys more. So I feel like that's a big part of what's missing in my fulfillment. So I'm really gonna put a strong focus on that this year and kind of share my journey with you guys, because I feel like there's a huge part of me that's just like missing, and I don't like that. The fact that this year I'm not putting big focus on like my physique and competing, I feel like I can really focus on myself internally. And I feel like last year I did a great job at not losing my spiritual self in the process of prep, but at the end I was kind of like losing my habits that I started developing at the start, where I was trying to meditate in the morning and like reading in the morning and just things like that, because you just get so drained that you literally only have so much energy and you really have to make sure that you spend it wisely. So this year I have no excuses. I really want to put a big emphasis and big focus on that, and I want to share the journey with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it all as well. I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast and I will see you guys later. So for breakfast, we got some oatmeal with chocolate peanut butter cup, PE Science protein powder, blueberries, shredded coconut, unsweetened of course, and some peanut butter. And then we got some egg whites with peppers, mushrooms, cooked in ghee, and some ketchup. I get misty just holding your hand. My day has definitely been far from exciting. I'm gonna make this pasta recipe that I made yesterday. It was so freaking good, and I was so mad that I didn't film it because literally it turned out so damn amazing. I'm gonna share it with you guys right now, so stay tuned. I'm using this brown rice penne for the pasta, and I'm just gonna throw it in some... Oh, that sucks. Opa! Like I was saying, simply throwing this in some hot water and cooking it in water as you would with regular pasta, and it has 1.5 fat, 43 carb, 2 fiber because it is a brown rice pasta, and has 4 grams of protein. I'm gonna throw that in some boiling hot water. Go ahead and cover this so it melts, and then that's about it. Here we have it. Yesterday the parmesan cheese melted so nicely because I actually put it in there as it was cooking. The 10 grams on top, and now I get to eat. I'm gonna make it look pretty, try and take an Insta-worthy picture, and I will see you guys in a bit. I hope you guys enjoyed that pasta recipe because I know I sure enjoyed eating it. But something else that I wanted to talk about in this little vlog, I don't even know what my videos are anymore. I just kind of like take you guys through my day, share my thoughts, and hope that I bring some type of lesson or positivity into your day. That's honestly like my biggest purpose with all the videos that I put out for you guys. Like I said earlier, I really want to focus more on my spirituality, just to get more in touch with like myself and who I am and like my purpose and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So just like with everything else, the best way to get started on something is setting some goals, having a vision, and kind of writing a plan of action for yourself as to how you're gonna achieve these things. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna start out super slow because I've noticed in the past, and I'm sure it happens to a lot of people, sometimes we rush into things and we try to change too many things at once that we get so overwhelmed and just end up quitting and not even giving it a try, like burning out before we even get started. So with this, the biggest thing that I want to focus on is, instead of waking up in the morning and going through my phone, I'm gonna do some reading. That's gonna be a hard one, for 15 to 20 minutes, so it's not too much. And then I also want to incorporate some meditation into my day, at least 5 minutes to start. And that's going to be how I'm going to get started. I've made a lot of efforts to kind of like get more in touch with this side of myself before, because it's something that's always like caught my attention. And I mean, who doesn't want to feel like they're in control of everything at all times? And I know that I might not get to that point, but I will never know unless I truthfully try. And in the past, like I would say, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but I never actually ended up going through with it. And just like with my fitness journey, I did this a million times before I actually got serious about it. So I'm hoping that this is going to be the time that I actually stick through it all, and I'm hoping to learn a lot more about myself. As you guys know, I did a lot of traveling last year, and through that I definitely learned a lot about myself. But When you're traveling, you're just so back and forth and you're so on the go all the time that it's really hard to just like focus on one thing. So obviously my focus wasn't on that at all. Like I just wanted to like see as many things as I could and just enjoy my time there. So I really want to put a lot of focus on this for the next year, and I'm sure this will help me be a lot more successful in everything that I pursue, because I feel like when you're self-aware and you know where your intentions are and what you really want to do, and all of that is present, your actions will automatically just carry out everything that you want to pursue in your life. I think the fact that I'm even sharing this with you guys is a lot, because it's a little bit different. I'm not really good at like opening up to people and like talking about like how I'm feeling and all of that. Like I'm a very guarded person, so I feel like the fact that I'm like standing here sharing all of this with you guys and kind of like showing you the side of me says a lot. And I'm super excited to share everything with you guys, and I hope you guys can keep me accountable. I know that at the end of the day it's all up to me and the decisions that I make every single day. So instead of saying I hope it happens, I'm gonna say I'm gonna make it happen. That was a fail. This is the cinnamon roll, I believe cinnamon bun Fit Joy bar, and I got this in my frosted cinnamon roll. I got this in my shipment from the barbell box yesterday. If you guys didn't see it and you want to see what's in the box, make sure to go check out my last video. I'm sorry, it's pretty good. So for the entire bar, it's 8 fat, 23 carb, 20 protein. And for the amount that I am having, which is 18 grams, I'm gonna assume, it's 7 carb, 6 protein, and 2 fat. If you guys haven't tried these before, I would recommend trying them out. They're actually pretty good, and the texture is a lot different from the Quest bar. So if you don't like how chewy, and I don't know, chewy is like the only way I can think of describing them. If you don't like that chewy texture, then you might like these ones better because it's softer. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, Saturday nights are for grocery hauls and sushi. I just quickly went to Walmart's and Sobeys because one, I was craving sushi. I've been craving sushi for like the past like 2 weeks. I always crave sushi. It's like one of those things that I like could never get tired of. I also had to stock up on some things, so I went and got some pitted dates. Dates are really high in carbs and they're very high in sugar, which honestly the sugar is not like what would stop me from eating them. It was normally how high carb they are, and you literally don't get much, like they don't have very much volume. But now that my carbs are a little bit higher, I can start incorporating them into my diet, and they're also really good to cook with, so that's another reason why I got them. And then I also got some yogurt that you guys always see on my channel, some lactose-free, plain fat-free Greek yogurt. Another staple, got some holy guacamole, some sliced strawberries because I ran out and I've been craving my protein ice cream that I've been making with the strawberries. I also got another staple, so it's like stuff that I really needed. Some cashew milk, unsweetened of course. I'll show you guys the sushi last because that's the best thing. The best is always last. Got some fresh basil, another staple. This has literally became a staple in my diet. I already had one today, so this one will be for tomorrow. Staple. Damn, I was running out of all the things that I really needed. No sugar added strawberry jam. Coke Zero because I haven't had Coke Zero in like a million years, literally. Mushrooms, which is definitely a staple as well. Got some cashews. These are lightly salted because I do like the salted cashews, and as long as you're drinking enough water, you're gonna be excreting the sodium that your body doesn't need. So as long as you stay hydrated, sodium is crucial in your diet. And then I also got these mini eggs, and there's Chips Ahoy and Oreo. I saw this on Twitter yesterday, and I was like, that might not be too bad of an idea. And it's like one small little serving, so it's not gonna kill you. Excited to try these two actually. I heard they're really good, and I honestly wouldn't see how they wouldn't be good because there's Chips Ahoy and Oreo in them. Last but not least, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna put all this away and I'll show you guys the sushi. Sushi on my channel, you guys always ask me how I track it. I simply just go on my fitness pal, I look up a generic rainbow roll or a California roll or whatever I have. Normally I like to stick with California and rainbow rolls because they're the most macro-friendly ones, and they're also the most accurate ones, I would say, because they cook them the same everywhere you go. So that's the ones that I usually stick to when I do eat sushi, and then I just use the generic rolls that they have on there. They'll usually give you the weight, so if you have a scale with you, then you can go ahead and weigh it. That's what I'm gonna do right now. It actually says on here how much the entire thing weighs, but I'm not gonna trust it too much just because I don't know, most of the time they just kind of like give whatever number they think it is, and they don't actually weigh the portions. So on here it says 255 grams, and now we're gonna go ahead and weigh it out. So it's 266 grams, which is 10 grams over what they say on the container. And then I'll just go ahead and put that into my fitness pal. But if I don't have a scale with me, I normally just guesstimate because it's just not a big deal at all. I also got some seaweed salad on the side. And that is how I'm gonna end my Saturday night. I'm gonna log the sushi first, make sure that it fits my macros. Alright fam, it is time to wrap up the video. I can't get over these eyebrows, you guys. Like literally the fact that I'm even filming while they look like this is pretty crazy. They look so greasy because I have to put like this ointment on them, and it's just a gong show, but it's okay because it's all gonna be worth it. But I do want to close off today's vlog. It was kind of a random vlog and just me kind of putting my feelings and emotions out there for you guys. The main reason why I do this is because I always want to keep it 100% real with you guys. I feel like you guys have this image of me that I always have everything together and that I know exactly what I want and that I'm always going to go and get it. And I just want to show you guys that it's not always like that, and that I do have those days, even weeks, where I'm just like, am I really doing what I want to be doing? And I question what I'm doing, and I think it's normal in life to go through that. A big part of the reason why I want to kind of connect with my more spiritual self this year is because I want to make sure that what I am doing is fulfilling my soul as well, and just like making me happy overall and not just like temporarily happy. So the reason why I share this with you guys is basically to show you guys that you're not alone if you're feeling this way, because I feel like when you look at social media, everything's just like this big picture perfect image, and then you go based off of that, and then you look at your life and you feel like, well, why isn't my life like that? Like, why don't I have it all together? And I just want to remind you that just because that's what you see, it doesn't mean that that's what's actually happening behind the scenes. I feel like we're always comparing our lives to what we see on the media, and we kind of forget that what the media portrays is very controlled, and they choose to show you what they want you to see. So just a little reminder for you guys, and I am really excited to kind of share this whole transition into a more spiritual self with you guys. I'll most likely just still include my usual fitness stuff, and then I also want to include the things that I am doing to get more in touch with myself spiritually. So I hope you guys don't mind. Let me know down below what you think of this idea. It's pretty different, and it's not really what you guys hit the subscribe button for, so let me know what you think down below. I think some of you might be able to benefit from it, just because I feel like we're so disconnected from like ourselves because we're so concerned with everything else that's happening in the world that we kind of forget about us and like what makes us happy, and we just kind of like get lost in what other people think of us, or like what's gonna make the people around us happy, and we kind of forget about ourselves. So kind of looking forward to see how my life transforms and how I feel every single day by just switching up some things and creating some new habits. So let me know down below. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, anything to tell me, then leave it down below. I will catch you guys in the next video.